Hello, beautiful sister, and welcome back. Today, I want to talk about something that I see all the time in women entrepreneurs who are so close to a breakthrough, but they stay stuck longer than they need to, simply because they're afraid to invest in the support that they know so deeply that they need. And just so you know, I've been there too. So I am not throwing any blame at anybody. I think it's just part of how we're socialized to act. But we can change this. And if you've ever said to yourself, I can't afford to get help right now, this episode is especially for you. So, once again, this is not about shame. It's about us getting honest and tender and clear about what's really going on. So, let's talk about what it really costs to stay where you are. Okay, I know this is like a deep conversation. So, here's what I have learned in all these years. I have noticed that we have been taught to calculate investment as a subtraction. We have been taught to look at it like this, whether you are investing in a team member, in coaching or mentorship, in a big move that you want to be making and it costs money, right? We have been taught to look at it as this is money leaving my account. But we haven't been taught to see the cost of not getting that help, not getting that support, not making that bold move. And hindsight being 2020, the cost of not taking action is often so much greater than the one-time discomfort of saying yes. So I want you to consider something that maybe no one has asked you before. How much revenue have you not made yet because you're trying to figure everything out on your own? Whether you know that you need that virtual assistant or that fractional COO or that high-level mentor who can help you make more money, how much time have you spent Googling and tweaking and doubting and circling around the same decisions month after month, maybe year after year, instead of getting the expert guidance or the expert support or the expert proven strategies that you need? Ask yourself this. How many clients haven't found me yet because I'm so deep in the weeds of running my business that I don't have the energy to be more visible or to create that product or to do that big launch that I've been thinking about for years, months? Ask yourself this. How many offers are sitting inside me, unlaunched, unshared, because I don't have the accountability or the structure or the support that I need to follow through? And now ask yourself, how much longer am I willing to delay my results unnecessarily? That is what we need to think about. You're dreaming of better results and more spaciousness and more consistent revenue and a greater impact. But ask yourself, how much energy is it costing me to keep carrying all of this by myself? And if I can be direct with you as I can be with myself, with love, with deep care, you are not confused. There's nothing wrong with you for not being where you want to be. You're just simply unsupported. And I've also noticed that we've been taught that support, high-level support, is a luxury. It isn't a luxury. It is a business strategy. And I get it. I really do. Maybe your revenues have been inconsistent and maybe you've had a bad experience before. Either you've hired someone who overpromised and underdelivered, or you just made the wrong decision. We all have at one point or another. But maybe you're still carrying what I call ROI trauma, and it just feels safer to wait, right? You've been burned before, or it didn't work, or maybe you didn't show up. Like that's happened to me too, not fully showing up. And so the results were not what I expected, right? But here's what I want to say, and here's what I've learned on my own. Waiting isn't neutral. There's actually a cost in delaying and waiting. It is costing you in ways that are not immediately visible, but they can be deeply felt. Waiting is costing you peace of mind. It's costing you the joy that you once had when you started your business. Do you remember how excited you were? Right? It's costing you evenings and weekends and time with your family. And it's probably costing you your confidence. So again, I say that because I have been there too. I know it's easier to say, I can't afford to get the help that I need. But what if the real truth is you can't afford not to get the help? I really want to help us reframe investment in your business, whatever that investment is. Investment should not be seen as an expense, not when it's the right investment, not when it gives you back your time, not when it sets you up to consistently attract more income, not when it helps you scale. When you choose the right support, when you have the right team member, or when you are plugged into a community of other women doing the same work, when you are handed proven strategies and a roadmap, you stop stalling. You start acting differently. You start making bolder moves. And then investment becomes a revenue generating act. It's not a line item in your QuickBooks. It is the reason why you jump timelines from maybe 100,000 a year to 500,000, or from 200,000 a year to 1 million a year. It is giving yourself permission to be fully supported, dare I say, like the queen that you are. You're not supposed to be doing everything yourself. You're not supposed to be guessing your way to that next big level. And it's not just a mindset, it is about not doing it alone anymore, about realizing that you are worthy of higher level support. I remember one client who told me, I kept saying I couldn't afford support, but once I got it, I saw how much money I had been leaving on the table for years. And within 12 months, she had more than tripled her revenue and she'd gotten her life back. And that is the real ROI. So let me ask you this gently but powerfully. How much longer are you going to talk yourself into doing this by yourself? And how many times do you need to learn the same lesson on your own? And how much longer are you going to wait to be fully supported? How many more offers are sitting in your notebook, those big ideas that you're not following through on? How many more nights will you sit up worrying about why you're not moving further along? How many more decisions will go unmade because there's no one to walk you through them? And so maybe the better question is, what becomes available when I stop trying to hold it all alone? What becomes possible when I have the right support, whether it's a team member or a mentor in my corner, systems that support me, a community of other women cheering me on? Let me tell you what I know for sure, just based on so many years of experience running my own business and helping so many thousands of other women run theirs. Your next level of income and impact and freedom and joy are not going to come from working harder. It's going to come from letting go of the hyper independence or this martyrdom of feeling like you have to be the one to do everything by yourself, or your fear. It's going to come from saying yes to the support that you deserve. And you're not meant to carry this business alone. That is a myth. That is a fallacy. There is no such thing as a self-made millionaire. And it is costing you every day that you try to do it alone. So if it's time, if you feel like you're done leaking time and leaking energy and leaking revenue, I invite you to start thinking about investing in yourself as an ROI strategy, not as a cost. Because, sister, the cost of staying where you are is too high. Don't wait another 6 months to do what your soul is asking you to do now. You have waited long enough. Let's get you the support that you deserve. I'm here for you when you need me. Just reach out and let's talk. Okay? The time for you is now, not in 6 months, not in 2 years. It's now, sister. Sending you all my love.